let's make lemonade. Okay, let's go to work.
That's the signal! Go, 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 go!
Six!
It's beautiful!
Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude!
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
It's game day. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Of course, Willis Automotive is proud to power the Rush Radio Show. Whether you're searching for a new, pre-owned, or certified car, Willis is driven to serve. Visit Willis Auto and discover a better car buying experience. Willis Automotive, where your next great drive begins. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube this morning, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. And you can follow us on our social media channels, X, Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok. Good morning, Ross Peterson. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was wonderful, man. Absolutely wonderful. I'm lucky enough that my brother's wife does like an awesome Thanksgiving, and so she invited us down to Carlisle. My brother lives in a log cabin.
A log cabin, like
for real,
did he build it
a log
himself?
cabin.
Or
no,
I mean,
he didn't build. No, he didn't build it, but he could. He's that kind of guy. You know what I mean? He's like man's man.
Yeah.
And he's got me as his brother. So anyway, yeah.
So it was like a colonial Thanksgiving.
was,
You're
dude,
in a log cabin.
Had a sweet potato casserole that was off the charts good.
Ooh.
Had like some brown sugar and some nuts of some sort. I think they were walnuts. It was delicious.
Come in here. I got to tell you, just got to tell you, just between us girls, okay?
Just us girls, yeah.
I don't like nuts at all on any food.
Okay.
I don't like walnuts. I don't like pecan. I like pecan pie.
Don't
but
feel a certain way about it. It's okay.
I know, but you know what I really despise? Nuts and brownies. Like if you put nuts in brownies, I'm going to lose my shit.
It's a good treat ruined right there.
It really is. I'm like, why would you ruin this chocolate?
Listen,
why
I
would
will
you
tell
do
you. This is gonna, again, don't get angry.
Okay.
I prefer an Almond Joy over a Mound.
Oh, I'm with you on it. It's something about,
all right,
and I don't know why that is. Almond is like my favorite nut, but usually you don't use almonds on cooked stuff. Like it's usually the walnuts, or you'll throw pecans, and I can do the pecan pie, just a sliver, because it's very, very sweet. But maybe it's just the walnut that I just despise. I mean, if I had to get rid of all the nuts in the world, I would get rid of the walnut. It would be the one I would put into extinction. It's like it serves no purpose. I don't know what the health benefit is. I don't care what the health benefit is.
If God gave you a magic wand and said you get to eliminate one nut,
it would be the walnut.
Huh?
Yeah.
I had never put any thought into that question.
Yeah.
That one comes up. I'm going to say, can we table this? Can we circle back to this question?
Peanut,
Can we bookmark this?
And now, if I were to lay a bowl of nuts out there for you,
yeah,
what would be your ideal nut?
Kind of a grab bag guy. I don't mind the mix. I like the mixed nut. If you throw out I like a good bowl of mixed nuts.
I'll pick the walnuts out of the big nut.
But I am a cashew. If I'm like going through the store and I'm like, oh, I could use a little snack. I'm driving over to Omaha today. Come see you.
Yeah.
And at some point I'll stop at a gas station, and that's one of the things I look at is like, oh, that's a kind of a healthy snack.
They're really not.
They're not.
The almond is the better choice for health.
Yeah. So, but I would go cashew. I got a sweet tooth.
Can I show my age here? Because I think this has a lot to do with age.
Just it's a secret Friday.
It's a secret. Yeah, it is. And I'm starting to show my age here because I've kind of gone through the nut stage, much like my cheese stage, right? I'm an old man now, and I have to accept that. So I get blue cheese on about everything that I get. You know, it's blue cheese on the salad.
Wow.
And I want the blue cheese crumbles. I want the blue cheese dressing. I want all blue
It's aggressive
cheese.
on everything, but I like blue cheese.
Yeah. This is where I've aged as far as the nuts go. Almond is the go-to, but if they're there, the Brazil nut is what I'm taking.
Taking a good Brazil.
Like a good Brazil nut. You know what the Brazil nut is, right? I mean, it's a bigger nut. And if I can throw a bigger nut in my mouth, that
got a little weird.
To it.
Felt different when you said it that time. Yeah, I was thinking more of I thought you were going to go the route of the Brazilian comment in some way.
No, it's the Brazil nut.
Yeah, okay.
There's some health benefits to that, but you can actually eat too many Brazil nuts. It could kill you if you ate too many Brazil nuts.
Wow. How about that? Yeah, that's all right. First on the rundown. Glad we got that one out of the way,
yeah,
dude.
We got that out of the way.
All the nut talk. Did you have anything at your Thanksgiving that was, delectable? Because the other thing I would say real quick about my brother's party. My brother also makes the world's greatest mashed potatoes.
Okay, see, that's my weakness. It is mashed potatoes are my weakness. And yesterday was the greatest / worst eating day I've had in a long time, meaning it was all wonderful. But I haven't eaten like that in a one-day setting in a long, long time. I took a dump this morning that was well-earned. But yeah, we had good turkey. My wife baked the mashed potatoes. I'm not a stuffing person. I put it on our X page and Facebook page yesterday. But I know a lot of people like stuffing. I had a little bit of it. Actually drank a little wine yesterday. So
I didn't want to correct you, but it's not stuffing.
What is it?
Dressing.
How come they call it stuffing? Because they stuff it inside the bird, right?
When it's stuffed inside the bird, it's called stuffing.
So that's just dressing.
Yeah. Apparently. I'm no food critic over here. I just eat it.
Yeah, if it's in front of you, you're going to eat it. And then I had some healthy desserts. A little pumpkin pie. Then we had a mixed berry pie with homemade whipped cream. Couldn't go wrong with it. Did you have good dessert yesterday? Because dessert's a big part of the Thanksgiving meal, too.
What did I have for a dessert yesterday? I don't remember. No, I think I was pretty stuffed.
One helping or two? Did you go through the line once?
No, just one time. I did go back and get that sweet potato casserole. I went back for a second run at that. Yeah. Good stuff. Anyway, excited for a fun Friday.
I hope you're not expecting like leftovers when you come over to the house today, because we didn't bring. We have dressing at home, and we have some mashed potatoes at home. So we have mashed potatoes and we have dressing.
Well, we'll rethink our plans.
Okay, you go ahead and do that. We have to say this morning, happy birthday to Ray. Apparently, it is the Reverend Ray's birthday today.
Really?
Yeah. He's lived to see another year. Every time we see Ray, we were like, is this going to be the last time we see Ray? But Ray is celebrating his birthday today. I'm just giving you a hard time there, Ray.
No, Ray's been a good one, man. And here's the thing I respect most about Ray is that you can disagree with Ray. We've had vehement disagreements about politics or people or whatever, and Ray is always there at the end of it. Hey, man, see you later.
Yeah.
Yep. Good guy, old Reverend Ray Green.
Think you'll get any weed for his birthday? Somebody give him weed? Yeah.
No.
No, he'll smoke weed for his birthday.
What do you get the stoner that has everything?
Yeah, he doesn't need any new glass. He doesn't need a new vape pen. He has it all. He has everything he needs.
Happy birthday, Rev.
How old do you think Ray is? Now, if you were to look at Ray, you would say 70, 71, 72.
Stop it.
I'm not being mean there. He looks old.
He's 59 years old today.
59.
Yep.
And for the most part, I think Ray's a happy dude. I do. I think he's a pretty happy dude.
I would, and I don't, it's his story to tell, but Rev's had a lot of life thrown at him.
Yeah.
Lot of life.
A lot of life.
So, happy birthday to my dude who just keeps swimming. Our little Dory.
Just keep
Did you ever watch
swimming,
Finding Nemo? What was it? We were just talking about. Oh, yeah. We're going to have a conversation about movies for just a second here.
Okay, that's fine.
If I say just keep swimming or our little Dory,
Yeah,
you know
that's
Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, because I brought up this story to you earlier, and you acted like this was no big deal. This is from Caribbean National Weekly. The Jamaican four-man bobsled team makes history with gold at North America Cup. That's right, folks. In Jamaica, they have a bobsled team. But Travis doesn't even know Cool Runnings.
I know Cool Runnings.
You didn't love Cool Runnings like I did.
Yeah, that is a factual statement. You said I didn't know Cool Runnings. I know Cool Runnings.
It felt like when you said it to me earlier, it felt like you didn't know it in your heart.
Is that one of John Candy's last performances?
No way.
I'm just curious.
Dude, is it?
I don't know. Of course, they have the documentary out now on John Candy. It's been out for a while.
Gosh, dude, I didn't realize he died that long ago.
What year did he die?
It's got to be, dude, you were a lot closer than I thought.
See?
What year do you think John Candy died? Did I have
I'm going to say
right?
John Candy died in 2002.
Died March 4th, 1994.
94? What year did Cool Runnings come out? That had to be right around then.
93.
So that was maybe his last great performance.
What? He died in 1994. He's been dead for 30 years, Travis.
I would have never. Now, that surprises me. I would have thought it would have happened this century. But 1994 is when John. How old was he when he passed away?
He would have just been 44 years old. He was born in 1950.
Wow.
Life comes at you fast, dude.
It does.
Cool Runnings, 1993. Jamaica bobsled team. Champions.
There was a lot of clips from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles going around yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's another great John Candy movie. That was 1987, I believe.
That's like the Thanksgiving movie. Are there other Thanksgiving movies?
I don't know the answer to that.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a good one.
And at
That's
the end,
where that's the line of the "I Like Me," the name of the documentary. Yeah.
I remember when I was on KNOD in Harlan, Iowa, he used to do a radio show called Radio Candy.
Oh.
And it was a weekly radio show. And, you know, syndication was a lot different back then. Now they just put it on the satellite and you just hit a button and it plays. Well, Radio Candy would come on 2 vinyl 33 albums and you would play one side for an hour.
Flip it over and play the other side.
Flip it over, and then you'd go to the other reel or the other turntable. Radio Candy.
Did you remember Dr. Demento from when you were a kid?
I do. I think he was on Z92 over here in Omaha, but I forget. Yeah, I think they played it late at night. Does that make sense? Or on the weekends?
It was Dr. Demento was it was like where Weird Al Yankovic got his start.
Okay.
He would like send in tapes to Dr. Demento, who would do odd stuff. Not Art Bell, not coast to coast, west of the Rockies stuff. Not the chemtrails and the aliens and the ghosts and whatnot. No, this was like goofball radio stuff.
Is that guy still alive? Is Dr. Demento still alive? Who played Dr. Demento?
Here, let's find out. Let's go down this Dr. Demento rabbit hole.
What
Dr.
radio station
Demento.
had Dr. Demento on in Des Moines?
I would imagine it was.
Would it be like a KGGO?
No. GGO had their own really cool thing that they did. I don't remember. Maybe it was Q102. Might have been Q102. I don't remember. Guy's name was Barry Hansen. He's still alive. Barry Hansen, still around. The thing that KGGO used to do that was super cool, because KGGO always had fun with the idea that they were in the middle of nowhere up there in Berwick, right? And so they would always say things like, broadcasting from the top floor of the Berwick Metroplex,
From downtown Berwick University?
From downtown Berwick. They would do Berwick University. Yeah, because they kind of playing off Okoboji University and all that, right? So every year, Jack Emerson, who is the guy that I was Jack's assistant for like 15 years at the radio station, brilliant radio producer guy, could make really wonderful ear for stuff. He would make a fake football game. And every year, Berwick University would play against like the Iowa School of Dentistry. And that I remember that game because every time the dentist got a first down, the people in the crowd would run a drill. You'd hear drill sounds in the background. One year they played the Iowa School of Culinary Arts, and their quarterback was Jeff Boyardee.
Jeff Boyardee.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was brilliant, brilliant stuff. With full sound effects of a game in the background, and then Larry Morgan would do the play-by-play for it. So it was always the Berwick University homecoming game. They would play University of Okoboji. Somewhere those things exist, and they were freaking amazing. Local.
Would they be entertaining today? You know, in our world of TikTok, Twitter, X, Facebook, all that stuff, would they be entertaining today?
Is Who's On First entertaining?
Maybe not as much as it used to be.
So that's probably
maybe because I've seen Who's On First so many times that you're like, okay, well, it's lost its luster for me.
I think that it's. I think that it probably even the material itself, Travis, is. I don't know. I think that that stuff evolves. So I guess my answer is probably not. We wouldn't have the attention span. We wouldn't want to look for the nuance in the drills happening in the background and. Oh,
because
Ben Skinner's right. The center's name was Ben Dover, 7-year senior. People remember.
And I think where it's changed, Ross, is because of TikTok, because of our video world. We went from an audio when you didn't have video all over the place, right? You would listen to it and you'd listen to those little nuances. Now we just pull up our phones and we watch something, and if we have to listen to it, do we really want to listen to something or we want to watch something?
Man, I'm still a podcast junkie. I'll be listening to something the whole way over to you today. When I get in the car, my phone instantly connects to the car and I'm listening. Whatever podcast was just on is continuing to play. So I am an audio junkie still.
I would say you are the minority, not the majority.
I think I am. I catch myself still, dude, sitting down at night and start to scroll through. You know, you hit a video on Twitter or Facebook, and then all of a sudden it's an hour later, and you're just sitting there.
The death scrolling. I told you what I've been. I put this on X the other day. I've been death scrolling a lot. And for some reason, I'm infatuated with hang gliding videos right now. I'm watching people hang glide, and I'm like, I don't know why I like it. I'm like, I don't want to hang glide. I'm not into thrill-seeking sports, but this hang gliding thing, I'm trying to figure out why you're not wearing a parachute while you're hang gliding, right? I mean, it's like and they're flying at like 13,000 feet. It's not like you're just hovering. You're at like 13,000 feet. I don't even know how to breathe up there, but I'm watching those, and now popping up on my scrolls. I guess panning for gold is big again.
Guess it's big again because it's been getting into my world. It's getting
into my world, and I'm like,
oh, Trav.
This is pretty. They've got these sophisticated little gold panning machines that people are doing. I'm like, I didn't know people were still panning for gold. You know, they got the little Swifter thing, and the gold comes out, and they've got these little conveyor belts.
Then once you start watching them, then you're sucked in.
You are sucked in.
Yeah. For a long time, one of my little phone rabbit holes, you know, you'd be scrolling through videos. It was those bush camping guys, the dudes out in the middle of the Amazon that would like cut out a little square in the forest, and then all of a sudden they would have a hut built. out of mud bricks and stuff. Or the Alaska, I'm big on like the survival stuff. You know what I mean? The dude that was in Alaska with his family all the time doing crazy stuff. Lately, though, again, it's all your fault and my fault. Yeah. Your phone is just doing what it thinks you want it to do.
That's true.
So the more you sit there and watch the gold panning videos, the more you're going to get the gold panning videos. I must have fallen asleep or something the other day watching some soccer highlight. Because, dude, now, like, I don't know, for the last couple of days, for some reason, I used to be fishing. Boobs, fishing.
Boobs.
And then all of a sudden it was like fishing, soccer. I'm like, where's my fishing videos? I want to see guys setting hooks. Cooking. Been getting a lot of cooking stuff lately.
Yeah, cooking doesn't come up in mine. It's hang gliding, and then those people that jump off the mountain in the fly suits. Which again, I don't know why you would do that.
Those bat suit things are crazy.
They are crazy.
Yeah, Trav, I'm not. I think if you asked me, do I want to? Am I a thrill seeker? You asked me that the other day before we went on the air. You're like, would you still? I'm like, no, man, I don't. I think I missed that window to like jump out of planes.
Yeah, 20 years ago, I probably would have jumped out of plane. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to jump out with the Army Golden Knights at the Offutt Air Force air show, and I got an invitation. Do you want to tandem jump with the Army Golden Knights? And I'm like, yeah, because that's like as safe as it's going to get, right? You're jumping out with a military guy. That's as safe. And then I got the phone call. You exceed the weight limit, Mr. Justice. You're too fat. I mean, they told me I was too fat. I was so bummed. When they tell you, yeah, you're too fat. And I was at the time. I was.
What were you at your heaviest?
258 at my heaviest. I'm 182 right now. So, and I've been able to maintain that for close to a year. I had a little fluctuation. Alcohol is a big part of it. And if you guys want to lose weight, it's crazy. I had somebody over here from Tuscany about 3 weeks ago. We had a wine tasting, and I drank wine the whole week, Ross. I didn't alter my diet at all, but I drank a lot of wine. I put on 6 pounds in a week. I went the next week without drinking any alcohol whatsoever, and I lost that 6 pounds. And you're like,
isn't it funny how that affects people differently?
It really does.
Yeah, it's wild.
Really does. I'm like, God, wine, really it comes down to sugar.
Listen, and I don't mean to make a play on the drinking thing at all, but I was just trying to think of like how alcohol does affect people very differently. Fuzzy Zeller passed away yesterday.
Yeah.
See that? 74 years old. Fuzzy was a guy. I mean, he off the course had a drink in his hand 24/7. Hell, he had a vodka. He was like one of the first celebrities to be like, "I'm in the drinking game, baby."
He was an old school guy. He was one of these old like country club guys that
haunted by one moment.
Yeah,
haunted by one moment. Because I mean, he was a character of a guy. I mean, one racist comment.
And there may be some people who don't know what we're talking about because it was the year after Tiger won his first Masters, and they asked Fuzzy what Tiger was going to serve at the Masters dinner.
I don't remember how the comment went. It was something about Tiger planning the menu for next year.
Yeah.
How is it going to be now that Tiger's on the scene? And he said some comment about, well, just make sure he doesn't serve fried chicken and collard greens at the dinner next year. And he kind of gave a little George Bush little finger gun thing and walked away. Like, it was gross.
Even if he was joking, it was gross because it came off just like, ooh, dude.
We had him on. Was that me and Chris, or were you with me down at Wakanda?
No, I think we had him on for when he was selling his Fuzzy Zeller's vodka.
Yeah, I'm sure that was why we got him on. But I thought he was here for an event. And
Principal Charity Classic. I think he
came over because he was selling
his
vodka. You're nailing it now. What I remember of the interview with Fuzzy Zeller, very personal and selfish. I asked him about walking in people's lines, and he's like, "That's the dumbest thing ever." And at the time, because I also have been through some weight fluctuations, and at the time, I probably weighed about 130 pounds. And he looked at me and he's like, you think you walking across my line changes that putt at all? He's like, it's the dumbest thing amateurs think about or say is walking in people's lines. And he's right. The foursome in front of you, each one of those four guys walked up to the hole, put all their weight on one foot, leaned down, and picked that ball out of there. Your ball does not go jagged when it gets towards the cup because the last guy that was 285 pounds stood right next to the cup. I was like, yeah, Fuzzy, tell him.
515-517-2303 is the number to call. Let's go to John. John, welcome to the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, fellas.
What's up?
Ross, that was the best segue into my golf topic. I wanted to talk about the Skins game that starts at 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm Travis's age. And so when I was a kid, it was one of the biggest things there was to watch. And, there was only 3 channels, so.
Okay, I guess, John,
I lost you. Sorry.
No,
John, you lost us when you started talking about this 8 a.m. Skins game.
Yeah,
What's happening?
At 8 a.m. today, they're redoing, after 16 years, the PGA Tour Skins game.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. And so, that's what I was saying, Roxy. You segue right into my call when you talked about fuzzing and golf.
Who's playing in this Skins game?
Xander Schauffele, Shane Lowry, Tommy Fleetwood, and Keegan Bradley. I want to say it's like 15 million or something like that. I don't know, just something crazy. But like I said, Travis, I'm your age, maybe close. When I was a kid, there was 3 channels, and that was on Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving, and it was a huge deal if you liked golf, but
Did not.
it got a lot
I
of
don't remember.
viewership. It was,
I don't remember this at all, John. I'm glad you're telling me because I don't remember this at all.
You're too young.
Oh, okay.
No, I got to be
Thank
honest
you.
with you.
I think so too. I hear that a lot. It's really how I look. It's people really say you look too. Wait, that sounds bad.
Hey, John, do you have a weekly woohoo? We're gonna do the woohoo like all segment long. So if you got a woohoo,
I would definitely. Yeah, I would say exactly what I'm calling about, the woohoo. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I'm not going to do golf because I won't win. So I'm going to say, how about the Iowa State Cyclones and 3 wins in the Vegas tournament, playing much better. I had low expectations this year, which is always a big deal. Last year was the opposite, and now I'm super woohoo about Iowa State basketball.
That's a good one.
John, can I ask why did you have low expectations about this basketball team?
I thought Keisha Gilbert and Curtis Jones leaving 2 main guards was going to be a big change. Knew very little about the freshmen. The freshmen have actually really impressed me. I know it's early, of course, but they really have. So that was really, I think, we lost 40 points or more. I was a little nervous about Taman being able to score. Again, it's early, but so that's kind of why I had low expectations.
Okay.
Excellent stuff, John.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it, buddy.
John, appreciate
All
it.
right. Yep, you got to take care.
515-517-2303. So all 2 hours, we're going to be doing the Iowa Lottery Weekly. Your chance to pick up a $90 prize pack from the Iowa Lottery, which includes scratch, match, and win tickets, Instaplay tickets, and some Mega Millions tickets. So, again, 515-517-2303 is the number to call. It is game day, 11 o'clock today, Lincoln, Nebraska. Iowa takes on the Huskers. Coming up at 7 o'clock, we're going to get the Nebraska perspective from Dr. Rob Zadiska is going to be joining us. He's a friend of Rob's. He's a friend of mine. Then at 7:30, Tyler Kluver will be joining us to take on the Hawkeye perspective. Good to have you along, and we'll hear from Coach Ferentz and Coach Rule coming up next on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app. allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
'Tis the season to share great taste. Grab a refreshing Coca-Cola and make every moment a celebration. Locally made, nationally loved, Coca-Cola is the real deal when it comes to holiday cheer. Whether you're kicking back after the game or hosting the crew, nothing hits like that crisp, fizzy taste. Make this season yours. Grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola today.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know. El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
My name's Gary Presnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat Norm. Norm knows football, but he doesn't know mortgage, and that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert.
Loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After Hawkeye football games this fall, Travis and Ross are right where they belong, with you taking your calls and giving unfiltered feedback. Right after Hawkeye football games, it's the Black and Gold Rush on the rushradio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Willis Infinity, and this month we invite you to join us on our Once in a Wintertime sales event. Fall into savings this month by leasing an all-new 2026 QX60 Lux for as low as $799 a month for 24 months with just $5,000 down. Also take advantage of the 2.9% rate that Infinity is offering on both 2026 QX60 and QX80, an additional $3,000 off of the new 2026 QX80. For more information, come say hi in our showroom or visit us online at willisinfinity.com.
Hey, it's Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. This holiday season, give the gift of sparkle that lasts a lifetime. From our latest designs to timeless favorites, there's something for everyone on your list. Already have a Fiscus diamond? Bring it in and trade up with our 100% trade up program. It's the perfect way to shine a little brighter this year. And if you're dreaming up something custom, get your design started by December 1st for Christmas delivery. Let's make this season magical together. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Looking for the perfect golf escape? Experience links-style golf right here in Ames at Coldwater Golf Links. With rolling fairways, large greens, and unique routing, it's golf the way it's meant to be played. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, you'll love our course's welcoming atmosphere and friendly staff. Grab your clubs, book a tee time, and make every round unforgettable. Coldwater Golf Links, where great golf leads to great memories. Visit coldwatergolf.com to book your round today.
Back to the Rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Of course, Hawkeye basketball is coming to Des Moines at Casey Center to play Bucknell. That's coming up on December 20th. And you can go to HybeeTix.com right now and get $10 off select seats. $10 off select seats. It's going on right now at HybeeTix.com. When you check out, use the promo code BOUNCE. That's the promo code BOUNCE, all caps. And that deal goes through Monday until 11:59. So get your discounted tickets to the Hawkeye Bucknell game at HybeeTix.com. And if you want to win free tickets, you can go to therushradio.com and go to the promotions tab and enter to win your free tickets to see Iowa take on Bucknell. 515-517-2303. Let's go back to the phones. That's where our good buddy AJ is, Ross, up there in Clear Lake. AJ, what's going on, man?
Hey, good morning, fellas. Just wanted to say glad you're on the show on it this morning. Just getting ready to go get a little work done, go disinfect the chicken barn down by Charles City, and then I'm going to be done for the day because it's going to be a big one. We got to get a Hawk victory. And then, being a long time, many, many year Bear fan, it's been a great year so far, but I don't know. It's going to be a tough one today, this afternoon against the old Philadelphia Eagles. But man, so we'll see. So I got to get my stuff done so that I can hopefully get a couple W's and be done for the weekend before we have Snowmageddon. So,
what's it take? How long does it take you once you get to the chicken barn in Charles City? How long is it going to take you to get that thing disinfected and cleaned out, and you're out of there?
Oh, it's already been all cleaned out. So I just put the big fogger in there and just let it rip for about 25 minutes till it all fills up the whole barn with disinfectant, and then I'm out. So it's a good money day today, Ross, because I don't have to drive so far. It'll be good.
It's a good
nice.
money day.
And are you, 25 minutes? How much smoke does that thing put out?
Well, it's a huge steam generator is actually what it is, Ross. It's a pulse. It's called a pulse jet gas engine. It's a long tube. It looks like a ghost, like I'm Ghostbusters. But anyway, the flame comes out at 1,200 degrees at the end of the jet engine, the gas jet engine, and so then the formula hits the tip of that, and it pulverizes that water formula into steam. So it's just an instant steam generator is what it does.
Do you have it's going to get real cold this weekend? I'm not sure. Sunday's low temperature is like 5 degrees, something like that. Is this something that you have to get done before a good hard freeze sets in?
No, because they're all temperature regulated.
Oh, okay,
so much.
That makes sense.
I just have to watch
I'm
out.
an idiot.
Yeah. I just have to watch out, like when I'm traveling, like I have to put all the jugs of water. Well, I have 5-gallon jugs of the product, I call it. But like in the wintertime, I have to just make sure that's all in the cab of the pickup and not in the bed so it doesn't freeze. So, yeah.
Hey, AJ, do you have a weekly woo-hoo for us? Do you have a woo-hoo?
I do, buddy. Tomorrow is golden anniversary, the 29th anniversary on the 29th. And my wife and I, we have a lot of hallway sex, so we walk by each other and say F you. But tomorrow, I don't think that's going to happen, maybe. So that'd be good, huh?
Hallway sex, where you walk by each other and say F you. I've been around 55 years in this world. I've never heard that. I like that.
Good one, AJ. I like that.
Awesome. I'm so glad you guys like that one. I've had that one in the old holster for quite a while now. So
that's a good one.
Oh, great.
All right. Thanks.
Go Hawks today, boys.
Go
Have
Hawks.
a good one.
See you, man.
You bet. Bye, bud. Bye, boys.
See you,
AJ joining us. Man. So 11 o'clock today. Number one, do you like Friday games? And I like 11 o'clock games on Saturday. 11 o'clock games on Friday, it's kind of throwing me off a bit, Ross.
Of course. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah, you're off. Yeah. You're off work, except for us idiots who have to come on here and do this every day.
What else would we do?
Right, exactly. Sit around, watch TV, and talk to each other.
And go,
text each other.
We should be doing this on the radio.
We should have done a show today. This is stupid. No, I don't mind this at all. I actually kind of like this. I'm looking forward to having a weekend where I have Saturday and Sunday to do stuff. Honestly, what I'm going to do on Saturday is get this house ready for that cold weather coming on Sunday and Monday. So, get some holiday stuff done. Maybe go get a tree. Yeah, this will be great. I'm all about this Friday matchup. I hope it stays like this forever. Of
course, I wish I knew what to expect today. Iowa is a 5.5-point favorite, open to 4.5, so they're a 5.5-point favorite on the road, and I think the over/under is like at 39.5 right now. I still think Iowa's going to win. I got them winning 17-14. I guess, and I'm doing this, Ross, in my mind that they're going to play like they did against Oregon, USC, and Indiana. I'm trying to block last week's game out of my mind where there was no innovation, no imagination on offense. I want to believe they're going to go into this game and leave it all on the field and do the things that kept them competitive. I don't want them to play to the level of their competition because they are a better team than Nebraska. I fully believe that. Not saying Nebraska can't win. But if Iowa comes out and plays like they did against Indiana, Oregon, USC, they win this game. If they play like they did against Michigan State, I'm not as sold.
Yeah, Travis, I can't. There's nothing I can push back on there, man. I think that you're going to see a close football game. So I do think they're going to play to the level of Nebraska, whatever that means. And I think what we mean by that is it going to be a close football game, right? I don't envision Iowa being able to all of a sudden find 200 yards of offense through the air. And I think that the weather is probably going to play a factor in this, depending on how cold, depending on if that snow, there's snow moving into the area. But I think that that's more going to hit later on. I don't know. Well, those will all play factors. Iowa has to win this game like they played in those other games, Travis, and where they have dominated this year. You've got to just play really sound fundamental football. Got to have some great defensive and special teams plays. The offense just isn't built well enough to just go out and blow out a team. And Nebraska is improved. Both these teams are 7-4.
Yeah,
they're fighting for that positioning in the middle of the Big Ten. So Iowa, even though their losses have been to really good teams at really tough times, for the most part, Nebraska doesn't fit into that really good team category, but they're certainly good enough to win this football game. I mean, it's going to come down to, dude, those things we talk about. Turn the ball over, that's going to be trouble today. Have a blocked kick or blocked punt or give up a big return on either side of the ball. That's where this game's probably going to be won. I don't think this is going to be one of those box score games where we can look at it and say, did the Hawks get 100 yards rushing? Well, then. Did they give up 100 yards rushing? Well, then. No, this one's going to be won by some of those other turnovers and special teams plays.
We do know that Iowa's going to have to run the football. I mean that's just I'm not saying I'm with you 100, but they're going to have to run the football. Last week against Michigan State, and maybe Kirk Ferentz laid off a little bit in the imagination/innovation. We can say it was Tim Lester because the offensive line wasn't 100% healthy. Earlier in the week, Kirk Ferentz talked about the offensive line, and things look a little bit better this week against Nebraska.
The good news is that, all those guys on Monday felt better than they did a week ago Monday, or even Saturday. So they're all their arrows are going up, and that's positive. So I'm hoping if we're smart about it this week, those guys will be ready to go on Saturday and Thursday this week and Friday. One of these days, whenever the game is. All right, I think they'll be. I think they should be good to go. Yeah.
I mean, and how that offensive line goes really is how that offense in general goes, right? I mean, that's been the strong point for that offense. You can throw, Gronowski's been good. The running backs have been solid, but the offensive line is one that doesn't get enough praise on it. And you can go to the NFL, you can go to any team. I mean, we'll talk to Dr. Rob about the offensive lines later on because he was a pretty good offensive lineman. But if you don't have an offensive line, man, it make, especially a healthy one, it can make it pretty darn difficult for you.
That's, again, got to win the game in the margins, got to win the game in the trenches. We've seen this Hawkeye offensive line dominate early on, have a drive where you think, oh my God, they're going to be steamrollers today. And then defenses have made those adjustments. So got to be 4 quarters of football too. I mean, all these cliches, dude, it's all cliches about predicting what's going to happen in a game like this.
An interesting part, you brought up special teams. I'm anxious to see two things actually. Is one, will they kick to Caden Weegan? And will they give Caden Weegan a chance to beat them? And
I just saw this thing last night. Again, maybe my phone was listening and it heard us talk about this the other day or something. It was Tony Dungy talking about kicking off to Devin Hester. Have you seen this clip at all?
I haven't seen it.
That in the entire preparation for the Super Bowl leading up to it, everybody on the roster was like, all right, their offense can't beat us. The defense is really good. We can't let Devin Hester make plays. So they practiced over and over on squib kicks and kicking out of bounds and all these things to keep the ball away from Devin Hester, okay? The night before the game, the Super Bowl, they have a chaplain come in and give them and talk to them, okay? And he preaches about David and Goliath. And Tony Dungy tells the story of, and I'm hearing this like, I've made Devin Hester Goliath. I've made him the giant we can't slay. You know what? and he did exactly what we talked about earlier in the week. That coach ego got in the way. And he got to the game on Sunday and he said, change of plans, boys. We're going to kick it right at him. We're going to go down and tackle him inside the 15-yard line. We're going to set the tone. And he said, we kicked it off to him, and 8 seconds later, he was running past me. He said, and everybody on that sideline turned and looked at me. He goes, but I get to blame the chaplain.
No, you don't. You don't get to blame the chaplain. You don't. But you start going, was the Bible really right? Is that David and Goliath story really right?
So, what will Matt Rule decide? And this would be a great one for Dr. Rob and for Tyler to talk to us about. Guys that have actually been in those situations. Have you ever had a coach where you had a game plan? This is the smartest thing we can do is game plan A. And you get there and the guy goes, wild card, boys. We're going with plan B.
I think I know more than everybody else. Ignore those 75 to 82,000 people in the crowd. They're going to tell you not to kick to them. We're going to kick to them.
We're going to show them because we've got the guys.
And then watch. They'll kick to them the first time. They'll get a stop. They're like, see, we can stop them. Kick to it again.
Divine intervention, man. Lightning struck my brain. God told me we can tackle Devin Hester.
Oh, man. Of course, Nebraska will be playing with quarterback TJ Lateef, not Dylan Raiola, who's out with a broken leg. A lot of drama around the Nebraska program this week. CBSSports.com came out with an article that said, Nebraska bracing for the possibility of Dylan Raiola entering the transfer portal. So Matt Rule's been asked questions about that. I got news for every college program in America. Every college program in America. You should just assume every one of your players is going to go into the transfer portal at the end of the season. I know it sounds, grandiose, but it's true. If you're a great player, you're going to get pursued by somebody, right? I mean, it's just like, oh, are you happy? Are you happy? Here's a lot of money.
You've got to keep the recruiting never stops now.
It doesn't.
The recruiting never stops. It's going to be you have to recruit the guy until he is there his senior year.
And that's the way of the world. And you know what? If Dylan Raiola comes back, you know who's going to get recruited? TJ Lateef. Because this will be his third start now for Nebraska. Actually, if you watch Nebraska games, he's better in the pocket. He's a lot more mobile than Dylan Raiola. Probably runs Dana Holgerson's system a little bit better. Here's Matt Rule talking about his quarterback.
This is the one defense in the Big Ten that holds everyone under their scoring average, consistently. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of relief. There's no mercy. Like, they're doubling people. They're playing two-man. They're challenging you. They got a great defensive line. There's a lot of things there. Every day that TJ gets is another day for him to grow, and I think he grew in that game. I think his teammates saw that when bad things happened, he didn't let it affect him. He just wanted to keep playing, and he wanted to play to the very end of the game.
So, and he's talking about the Penn State game last week where Nebraska got killed, but Lateef wasn't horrible. Lateef was the reason they got beat so bad. The fact that their defense sucked and offensive line couldn't do that much. I will say this: Nebraska has a really good weapon, and this will be a challenge for the Iowa defense, and that's Emmett Johnson, the running back for Nebraska, who's the leading rusher in the Big Ten. Might go to the NFL after this season. So I think that's Iowa's going to have to stop the run, stop Emmett Johnson, and other things could fall into place after that. But yeah, I mean, you mentioned a close game, and I want to get to a couple other things, but I want to hear from Matt Rule one more time because he understands. I think he actually has respect for this, but we talked about the close games. And what is it? The last 3-4 games, 5 games have been decided by like 5 points or less in the Nebraska-Iowa series. I mean, they're just that close. The last 2 have been decided by last-second field goals. And it's about being comfortable playing that close, and that we all know that Kirk Ferentz loves the game of attrition, and he loves the chess game.
The way they've designed themselves is that I think one of their superpowers is that they're so comfortable in the close games. And I think historically our team, now I don't think it's that way anymore, but our team has been uncomfortable in close games. Whereas we're all sitting on the edge of our seats like, when's it? They're ready to go play, and then then the quarterback pulls the ball against Penn State and runs for a touchdown, and they win the game. So they're designed right, like they're designed to win the fourth quarter. You know, the coach takes the ball so he can have the win in the fourth quarter. They're going to run the football. They're going to milk the clock. They're going to punt the ball on 4th and 1. They're going to do all these things because they want to win the war of attrition and beat you in the fourth quarter. And so, you know, every day that nothing we do today is going to matter on Friday as much as like every day that we've lifted, every day that we've eaten, trying to go from a bad football program to a program that can compete against them is important.
You know, Ross,
I love what he says there. Because, I mean, if you just wrote that down and had me read it, it would sound like somebody who is mad that Kirk Ferentz hasn't been fired. I mean, we play the war of attrition.
Want to win
we
the fourth
punt
quarter.
the ball on 4th and 1.
Why do you do that?
Why does he take the ball to start the game? Doesn't he know in Madden you're better off kicking the ball and taking it in the second half? That reminds me, and I don't mean to hijack what you wanted to say there, but that so much reminds me. One of my very first years of calling Grandview games, I rode with Matt and Andy to a game out in over in eastern Iowa. Don't remember exactly where they were playing. And I remember in that conversation them talking about this. And that's, again, they're a Cyclone family. Their dad coached under McCarney. He was a Cyclone guy. Joey played at Iowa State. But man, that entire family has this incredible respect for Kirk Ferentz, and they have for the entire time. But this is 20 years ago now. And at least 15 years ago that this conversation happens, where they said to me the same thing. Matt and Andy are like, dude, Hawkeye fans don't get it. Ferentz is playing chess when the other guys are playing checkers. He's playing 4 quarters of football from the coin flip on. And you guys don't get it. You guys get mad when he does the bubble screen on 3rd and 8. They're going to be in that football game. He's going to give his guys a chance to win every football game. Football people see it different. Matt Rule sees it different. Again, I like him. And I think part of the reason I like him is I get sucked into that thing he does where he shows respect. It's all a trick. It's a
Jedi mind game is what it is.
It's a Jedi mind game where you're nice to people and then people like you. He's respectful of Kirk Ferentz, and that's what I hear that over and over again. And I think that it's just funny. If you listen to the words he said there, that sounds like a sound-off caller after a loss complaining about Kirk Ferentz, doesn't it?
It kind of does. Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Why does this guy do this? Matt Rule comes back and says, man, they're good because they do this. A, B, and C.
What he's really talking about, we can talk about culture, because culture is a buzzword in the HR world, right?
Yeah.
And you can have all the video game stations, you can have the pool tables, the fancy locker rooms, you can have all the slogans on your helmets and talk about, hey, culture wins, all this stuff. You know what a culture is? Getting a team to buy into that philosophy. That is a culture, and being comfortable in that philosophy.
Good way to put it. Yep.
And when you have a group of guys that goes, okay, sure, we'd like to probably score 50 points a game. That's not what we're here for. We're here to win the football game. And you ingrain that. You get everybody to buy in. That's why they're comfortable in those close games.
Here to win the war.
Yeah.
Here to win the war of attrition. I like it.
You'll lose some battles, but at the end, and last year was a perfect example. Statistically, Nebraska drilled us. Statistically. Didn't matter, because at the end of the game it was a scoreboard win, not a
That's why it's not these are not box score games.
No.
Oftentimes you look at the box score and go, well, how the hell did that turnovers, penalties, key penalties, special teams plays.
You brought up the weather earlier. It's going to be pretty cold. It's could start snowing in Lincoln before the end of the game.
Oh, boy.
I think something you need to keep an eye on is the wind, and this is where the special teams comes in, and the punting game. Nebraska has an Australian-styled kicker. Well, he doesn't kick a spiral. So I was talking to a coach earlier in the week. He goes, listen, if it's windy, Nebraska may be able to punt the ball 15 yards because he can't cut the wind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See,
he's
what I
like,
thought you were going to say is that's an advantage because it's always end over end.
No, he goes, that's going to make it worse.
Oh.
And he's like, there could be, if it gets windy and if he gets it up there, that thing could come backwards on you because the spiral is going to go through the wind. Not saying it's going to go as far, but he kind of like hangs up there and it'll get pushed back. So pay attention to the wind speeds today in Lincoln. And of course the weather itself, and if it starts snowing, but it could be one of those games that takes like 2.5 hours because both teams just run the football.
I was just envisioning a game that comes down to punting. Oh my gosh!
If
I
Iowa
will
wins,
need a
I'm
drink.
okay with
I
that.
will have you. I will be like, get drinks for us.
Do you want
Get
a bottle
drinks.
of whiskey down here? I can put a bottle of Blanton's. I can put a bottle of Woodford. I can
Do
put
you
a
not
bottle.
have any of our Knob Creek?
I've got a bottle of Knob Creek I
Okay,
can put up
all
there
right,
too. Yeah, we could drink the Rush Radio Knob Creek from Central City Liquors. Speaking of Central City Liquors,
just a little bit of ginger ale in there. Oh man.
Speaking of Central City Liquors, we haven't played it for a couple days, so I think we. I think
It's
we.
funny
have to
because
play
I
this.
was singing it before we came on the air today.
You were
We haven't
singing
played
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I need a little doo-wop this morning. Here's a little doo-wop
It
for
feels like Christmas.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Now, come on.
Start spreading
Oh,
the
hold on.
news,
Where'd that
I
go?
just can't get enough. It's like when your favorite song when you're a teenager, you just want to hear it over and over.
Just put it
and
on
over
replay.
and
It's a
over
top 40. We're a top 40 station now.
Until you get sick of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's all that booze from Central City Liquors.
It's like Groundhog Day.
You know who would love Central City Liquors?
Dr. Rob.
Dr. Rob would love Central
Have
City
you never
Liquors.
brought him over for that
I've
experience?
never brought him over to Central
Okay.
City Liquors.
Mm.
We're going to continue the Hawkeye Husker talk when we come back. Dr. Rob Zadiska, former Nebraska offensive lineman, played for the New York Giants, 1994 Big 8 Athlete of the Year, an honor he shared with Fred Hoiberg, believe it or not. Dr. Rob joins us next on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vent, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
There's more Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. The Iowa Tap Room, all Iowa beer, one amazing place.
There's always something new at Fong's Pizza. The patio is open and ready for you, your friends, and an ever-changing menu of tiki drinks. Or try our new noodle dishes alongside your favorite slice. It's all happening this summer at the new Fong's in the East Village.
Thinking about buying a home? Get pre-approved in 30 minutes with Gary Presnell at Northwest Bank in Des Moines. Gary offers first-time home buyers programs, VA, FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
You know, Brian, at Central City, we really do have the best selection around.
I know. High-quality stuff you can't find anywhere else.
Whistle Pig Plantation Rum.
Yeah, and over 150 of the best scotches on earth.
And a ton of bitters, mixers, and more.
You know what we are? High class.
Definitely high class, yeah. Make way for the natty.
Okay, maybe medium class.
Central City Liquors, home of the 10% cash coupon.
And the wooden nickel program.
After Hawkeye football games this fall, Travis and Ross are right where they belong, with you taking your calls and giving unfiltered feedback. Right after Hawkeye football games, it's the Black and Gold Rush on the rushradio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Hi, I'm John Linares with Willis Lexus, and this November, we're starting early. We are starting our December to Remember sales event today. First off, I want to highlight a special lease on 2026 NX Gas. It's $409 per month with $49.99 due at signing. Or you can take advantage of rates as low as 2.49 for 48 months or 3.49 for 60 months on IS model, all ES models, NX Gas, RX Gas, and TX Gas, and as an added bonus on 2026 RX Gas, NX, and TX Gas models. I invite you to stop in and take a new Lexus for a test drive, or visit us online at willislexus.com where you'll find some special offers.
For the holidays, bring real taste to the table with Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea. Made with real tea leaves and real cane sugar, Gold Peak delivers a golden, brewed for taste flavor that makes every moment more meaningful. Whether you're gathering with family or friends, celebrate the moments that matter the most, because real connections deserve real refreshment. For your upcoming holiday celebrations, choose Gold Peak Tea and bring real taste to the table.
Like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Ready for something new? Willis Automotive has you covered with premium brands, trusted pre-owned vehicles, and service you can count on. Visit willisauto.com, schedule your test drive, and get behind the wheel of confidence. Willis Automotive, powering the Rush every single morning. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much. Watch it on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. And, of course, follow us on our social media channels. Just got a text from Brian Duax from Central City Liquors. Said, hey, Todd Father's got some good specials going all weekend long. He's got some bourbons set out. So if you are in a bourbon mood, Central City Liquors is where you want to go.
They've always got great prices on stuff,
They
and then
do.
every now and again they pull some of that really unicorn type stuff out of the vault, and that sounds like what the Todd Father's doing this weekend. They also have a lot of people are going to be firing up propane.
Yeah,
get the last grilling done of the season here before the 5-degree low temps hit. Yeah, best price on propane by a good margin at Central City Liquors. At Central City.
And they're gonna film the new TV commercial or radio commercial on December 9th. So I can't wait to put like video with the audio to see how they're gonna do that.
Am I the only one? I think it has a Christmas feel to it.
It kind of does.
Okay.
It kind of does. It just makes you feel good. You know who would love Central City Liquors? Is my good buddy. And he's your friend because you met him at
I've met Dr.
Abigail's
Rob.
wedding. Dr. Rob Stanis.
I've met Dr. Rob a few times. Wonderful guy. Really smart guy. I used to like listening to your podcast, and then I realized I get enough Travis in my life. I don't need any more of that.
Look how big he is, too.
I'm like adjusting my camera here so I can get
You're
less
fine.
glare off my head.
It's okay. Yeah. Listen, we all deal with problems. What's going to happen today, Dr. Rob?
I'm a little worried. Well, I mean, I guess watching the show earlier, I mean, it was interesting what you guys were talking about in regards to how this is probably not one of those games that comes down to like the metrics and the statistics, and it's like, oh, Iowa won, like they easily won the turnover. The turnover margin is going to play into it. I think it's going to be a game that does come down to turnovers and special teams. I know, Ross, you said that, and that's something that it's kind of haunted this game for Nebraska fans over the years. That, I mean, when you guys started talking about the punt game, for instance, I mean, I'm thinking back to a few years ago in Lincoln where Nebraska had, I mean, it was at least a 3-score lead. Iowa had a nice offensive series, cut it to a 2-touchdown lead, forced a punt, blocked the punt, ran it in for a touchdown. and the entire stadium just went flat. I mean, this is at Nebraska. Sideline went flat. All the fans went flat. I mean, it was just one of those, yep, here it goes again. And Nebraska still had a 1-touchdown lead. They were still ahead by a score in the fourth quarter, and you could just tell the entire stadium was basically, well, we lost this one again. It's always a play like that. It's always that last second walk-off field goal. It's that late catch by a tight end to extend a drive that sets you up for that final score. You can throw the stats out the window. Travis, I know you talked about how last year, if you went down the stat sheet in that game, if you went down the team statistics, and didn't look at the final score, you'd be looking at that going, okay, Nebraska just absolutely annihilated the Hawkeyes. I mean, time of possession was like 40 minutes to 20 minutes.
Crazy.
The rushing yardage, the passing yardage, everything, first downs. I mean, the first it was like 31-11 or something ridiculous like that. I mean, it was an absolute statistical domination, and Nebraska lost the game.
So, Rob, I got a question for you, because Hawkeye fans, and I think rightfully so, and I rib you on a weekly basis about living in the glory days. You played in the glory days. You were on the 94 national championship team. Do you think Nebraska fans live in the glory days too much?
I think everybody does. I mean, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's really easy to look at that, but it's also easy to look at, I mean, as a Husker fan, as a former player, I think it's really easy that we kind of get caught up in sort of the immediate past as well, too. I mean, we look at the last 5 or 10 years, and it has been kind of a rough go since, I mean, everybody wants to go back and say, like, well, it's the 90s. Well, on the flip side, we had kind of a nice run, I thought, with Bo Pelini through 2014, which, again, I understand that was over a decade ago. But, I mean, we had a nice run there where Pelini, I mean, I don't know. Did he ever lose to Iowa? If he did, it was maybe one loss.
Oh, I remember the classic comment, because he actually got fired after beating Iowa.
Yeah.
And the athletic director at the time had that comment of, well, we had to look at where Iowa was as a program.
Exactly. And which I thought was one of them just.
Yeah, they were
that comment haunts us Nebraska fans as much as it probably pissed off the Iowa fans.
Yeah.
We're still convinced Steve Peterson cursed us when he made that comment, but that
was Eichhorst, man. That was Sean.
Oh,
Eichhorst.
Was that Eichhorst?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Sean Eichhorst cursed us with that comment. Then that's right. I forgot about the fact that it was. Yeah, Steve Peterson fired Frank Solich and sent us down one wrong path. Eichhorst fired Bo Pelini and sent us down another wrong path.
I love your answer, though, Dr. Rob, that every fan base, everybody lives in their glory days. I mean, we get Hawkeye fans that talk about Tom Davis as though he's Roy Williams or Dean Smith. Why? Because that was the mountaintop. Oh my gosh! If Lute Olson just wouldn't have left.
Well, I was just going to say my grandfather used to always, and he passed away several years ago. But my grandfather was an Iowa guy, big Hawkeye fan. He always complained about, man, what were they thinking with Lute Olson? How did they let Lute Olson go? What was that?
So every fan base, I think Nebraska fans get, well, first of all, I told Travis this the other day, I'm sheltered from it because I don't have that Nebraska fan. The Nebraska fans in my life are very contrite. They're self-deprecating. They do not live in, it's not this world that Travis talks about. And I think that your answer to that is the perfect one. Do Nebraska fans live in the glory days? Yeah, everybody does. Everybody has their Al Bundy moment.
And I think for Nebraska fans, I mean, right now it's like, what are we hanging our hat on? Well, basketball's mediocrely okay. They're having a nice start to the season, quite frankly. So we're happy about that. But, I mean, they've got really good wrestling. Is it as good as Iowa? Well, last year at Nationals it was. I got to throw that little dig in there. They got amazing volleyball. It's the women's basketball is solid. I mean, it's one of those things where we've got some really good sports programs it's this eternal hope that football gets back to this magical 40-some year run they had between Bob Devaney and Tom Osborne, and to a fair degree, Frank Solich, before he got fired, which, again, stupid move. It's usually our athletic directors that screw stuff up.
Play the blame game.
But, I mean, it's like the living in the past thing. I mean, I talk to plenty of Iowa fans I know who bring up the 2015 season. I talk to plenty of Iowa fans who bring up the 52 national title team.
Yeah.
I can't remember what year it was. So it's,
yeah.
But I mean, even when you look at Iowa, I mean, Iowa's moving into this over the last half dozen years, has kind of moved into this 7 to 9 win a year phase where it's not like they're going down to Miami and winning Orange Bowls anymore. It's not like they're knocking off Florida in bowl games right now. They're a 7-5 team. They're going to beat Mississippi State in a bowl game, finish with 8 wins. I mean, that's kind of the classic Iowa football team over the last several years. They're going to play really good defense. They're going to play really good special teams. Offense is going to be a big question mark. They're going to have a great O-line, and they're going to send a few guys that they developed really well to the NFL. But it's not the 9 to 11 win Iowa teams that you saw early on in that Kirk Ferentz era. And it's a long era. I mean, Kirk's been there a while, and it's a good era.
27 years. 27
yeah,
years.
and I'd be the first to tell you that as a Nebraska fan, if I look back over our last 27 years, would I take what Iowa's had for the last 27 years? And I would say absolutely yes. So, but I mean, the glory, I mean, the best of teams that Kirk Ferentz put out there, that was mostly in the first half of that 27 years. I mean, other than that 2015 season was only 10 years ago.
I want to lean on some of your playing experience here, Dr. Rob. When we talked about the Caden Weegan thing, I know you were on earlier. I'm not sure if you heard us kind of mention this and had a chance to let your brain think about it. Matt Rule has said we probably aren't going to let, we know what Iowa is going to do. You can try to plan against it. You just got to brace yourself for it. What do they do with Caden Weegan today? Do they kick the ball to him? Do they keep the ball away from him? Does he have a Tony Dungy Super Bowl moment where he says he's going to do one thing and does another?
I hope he doesn't change the game plan, and I hope he kicks the ball away from Weegan the entire game.
Have you ever been a part of something like that where you were preparing for a game and it was like, hey, we're going to run the ball down their throat, and right before game time the coach says, wild card, we're running play action and we're going up top?
Almost never. I mean, okay. Tom Osborne, who I played for, was kind of this master of preparation, and he'd have a game plan, and he was actually, I thought, a really good game planner. Sometimes you get in a game and the plan goes out the window because things don't work out like you think it's going to.
Oh,
but
on,
I mean, I
Ross,
think I saw.
Hold on. What just ran behind you? Oh, you said game plans don't go. Oh, I think that was Marv Seiler who just ran behind you.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Marv Seiler just.
And I said every so often it doesn't work.
Like, what?
So Rob
Marv
was on the
Seiler's
Nebraska
still
team
running.
that lost to Iowa State, and Marv, I give him a hard time that like 3 weeks ago was the anniversary of Marv Seiler running down the field against Nebraska, and they couldn't stop him, and that's where the game plan did not go as planned.
It doesn't. And I mean, there's a game I would probably say in that time frame that I played. I mean, it was about once every 15 games. So I mean, it would hit sort of about every other year. You'd hit a game where the game plan just, okay, we showed up with one thing, they showed up with another, and it's just not what we expected to see. And sometimes you could compensate, and sometimes you couldn't. I mean, the times that it didn't work was that 1992 Iowa State game where all of a sudden you've got an Iowa State team that is not a good football team. I mean, they just weren't. And I had buddies who played on that team. There was a lot of Nebraska guys playing for Iowa State at the time. It just didn't work. Now, there's also times where you can compensate for that. Now, sometimes because it's just a pure talent thing. We played, somebody had dropped us from our schedule. We had a home and away. I think it was with Arkansas. Somebody might need to fact check me on this. This would have been, again, really early 1990s where Arkansas pulled out of that contract. And so we had to fill the schedule with whoever would take a paycheck. And we ended up with Middle Tennessee State on the schedule. And they showed up with this. It was like a version of the old Dallas Cowboys flex defense, the Doomsday defense. And we knew that's what they were going to run. The thing is that they didn't want to get beat on play side runs. And so every time at the snap of the ball, the entire defense would just do a dead sprint in that direction. And every time we try and run one way, there'd be 10 guys waiting. We try and run the other way. There's 10 guys waiting. I mean, they would not engage us on the offensive line at all. So their defensive linemen literally would just move laterally at the snap of the ball. And so we had, I think it was like a 14-10 lead at halftime against this FCS team that we should be just absolutely annihilating. We go in at halftime and the coaches are like, all right, game plan out the window. Snap the ball. They take off running in that direction. Just shove them that way. Push them all the way to the sideline. We're going to take the running backs. They're going to take about 3 steps in that same direction, and then we're going to cut everything back. Well, we ended up just killing them on the cutbacks in the second half and ended up scoring 30 unanswered in the third quarter and just annihilated them. So sometimes that game plan shift does work. It's rare against a good team, and it's rare that it works against a well-prepared team. And if you show up against somebody like Iowa where you've practiced one thing all week and you come back and you try and throw something else at Iowa or you try and react differently than what you prepped for the entire game, you're gonna be in trouble against somebody like Iowa. Iowa's not a bad football team. They're not a bad football program. And I was calling them, well, they're right now a 7-9 win a year program, but on the flip side, guess what? Nebraska, we've been struggling just to get to 7 wins over the last decade. So you can't show up and try and make that shift. If they practiced all week to kick the ball away from Weech, and that's going to be the whole game plan, and then all of a sudden you show up today and you're like, you know what, screw it. We don't want to make this guy sort of a mental or emotional monster, and we're going to not engage him this whole game. We're going after him. We're going to kick it right to him. Yeah, you're going to get burned. I guarantee you're going to get burned. Now, here's the other thing. One of the things you guys commented on is sometimes there's other factors that play into this, like the wind and the weather. Then you may try and kick away from Weech, and the ball's still going to land square in his hands, mid-step, mid-stride on the run, and he's still going to burn us. I mean, has there been a game where he hasn't burned people at least once or twice?
That's a good question, Rob.
Been a couple. Yeah, I mean, it's not every game that he's had. But he's dynamic, no doubt about that. All right, let's, Trav, you got anything else for Dr. Rob on the game? I'd rather talk life and fun stuff.
Well, I was going to say, people need to know that Dr. Rob, even though he is a Husker, he does have a lot of Iowa connections. His parents grew up in Bettendorf. And then your dad graduated. Did your mom?
No,
graduate?
Burlington.
Oh, Burlington. Sorry, Burlington.
Yeah, my mom was. She graduated high school in Burlington. Although she spent a lot of time in Des Moines growing up too.
That's where my dad and his brothers graduated from Burlington.
They're good Greyhounds.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask your mom if she knew any Peterson boys.
I will. I will ask. This would have been.
Your parents graduated Northern Iowa too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they both went to Northern Iowa and then went to Michigan State. So it was kind of like, as a Nebraska kid, I grew up with this whole Big Ten thing going on in the house. So,
Okay, your
all
life
good
questions,
stuff.
Ross. Your
Huh?
life question. Your
No,
life
no.
question.
So now I'm interested in Burlington. Did you ever go back to Burlington a lot?
Oh, a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird little town. River town.
It's a river town.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
river town.
Yeah, I don't mean,
Which,
I
I
didn't
mean,
mean
those-
that in a bad way. I like
Yeah, those
Burlington. It
river
just was
towns all
river
have
town.
kind of a, they all have kind of an, I mean, I'm thinking, I mean, it's like Burlington, you got Rock Island on the other side. I mean, they're all kind of cool towns. I mean, as a kid growing up, you always loved going to your grandparents. And so
Yeah.
I liked going there. My grandfather's longtime manager, I don't think it exists anymore. It's Drake Hardware was the big hardware store
I
in
would
town.
imagine it doesn't anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it does. And it was downtown right off the river, one of those old warehouse buildings off the river now. So but yeah, and he was in, now if you want to split hairs here, he was in the burbs. He was in West Burlington.
Oh, yeah,
So-
yeah. You weren't in Burlington then. Okay. Yeah,
So-
totally different town.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really that much difference.
I'm
Like
joking
you
with
went
you.
3
It's still-
blocks and you
it's
went
still
from West
Burlington.
Burlington into
Yeah, right.
Burlington. So, but it was cool. My dad was from Marshalltown. So yeah, we spent a lot of time in both places growing
Well,
up.
Tyler
as
Kluger's
kids.
going to be
So
joining us
Kluger will be
next.
joining us,
He's
yeah,
from
yeah.
Marshalltown.
There we go.
Are there any Zadiskas still in Marshalltown?
No, there's no. So I've periodically I do the search. There are no Zadiskas left. Like my dad was an only child. There's a number of folks in the family who had girls only. And so the only Zadiskas currently that I've been able to find in the entire country, it's my mom. My dad passed away a few years ago. My mom's still with us. So it's my mom and Lincoln. I've got 2 brothers, and it's myself and my brothers and our respective families, and that's it.
Wow.
So, well, my dad had the story I always tell. I mean, the lore, and I've actually looked them up. I have found them. There was one branch of the family where the dad was it was a cousin of my dad's, commercial airline pilot. And this was back in the 1960s, 1970s, where you're always getting the overhead page in the airports, Captain so-and-so to gate 7. And the name's getting butchered all the time, which I totally get. It's one of those bohunk names where it's all consonants. And so he knocked the last half of the name off. So it's just Zate. So he was Captain Zate. And he had the name legally changed for that reason. And I think there was like supposedly there was like some licensing and qualification stuff that went with it, where you couldn't just go by a nickname. If you changed your name, it had to be a legal name change.
Wow.
So I went and found them. There's like 80 Zates that are in,
There you go.
like, basically like South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida there on the southeast coast, who all settled there. Now that technically, if you want to split hairs, are all Zadiskas, but they've all gone by Zate for the last 60 years.
Yeah. You
So-
go back far enough. There's stories like that. I'm like all the different variations of Peterson. At some point, that was just somebody was like, yeah, screw it. It's supposed to be D. You go ahead. Yeah. Ian.
Exactly. It's like,
You bet.
fine. I'm not going to fight it
I'm
anymore.
not going to fight it anymore.
No.
Change my freaking name. I don't care about the
No.
cousins or family. Change my name. Then
So here's-
yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
go
no,
ahead.
I was going to ask, hey, question for you guys. So I'm watching earlier. I'm looking at the ads. I'm looking at your guys' sponsors. Is there a Central City that Central City Liquor is in?
No, that basically means in the middle of town.
All right.
Central City means it's like right off the freeway.
Is
just
it
a few
Des Moines?
minutes from downtown in Des Moines? Yeah,
Okay.
in Des Moines, in the heart.
I got to
of Des
look
Moines.
these guys up. That was like the most Iowa commercial I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, buddy,
And it was
know what?
great.
It's the most Iowa store you'll ever. It's not Iowa because it doesn't feed any of the stereotypes of like
Midwest.
corn and
Midwest.
farm, and it's a Des Moines town or it's a
Gotcha.
Des Moines store. When you
I'm
walk
still
in
trying to
there,
wrap- I'm trying to wrap my head around booze and propane.
oh yeah, it's propane and booze and cigarettes.
Do they have King of the
Yes.
Hill running on a nonstop stream on a TV
You're
somewhere in the
okay.
store?
King of the Hill's the wrong feel. King of the Hill's the wrong feel. What would be a much more gritty It's more South Park.
Gotcha.
Way more South Park and Family Guy than it is King of the Hill.
Okay. Next time I'm in Des Moines, I'm stopping by Central City.
The amazing part of it, Dr. Rob, is seriously, you'll stand there, and the first couple times the bell rings and somebody walks in the door, you're going to be like, what is this place? Your lip's going to turn up, okay? About the fourth or fifth time, it's going to be a CEO of an insurance company that walks in the door. And he's going to be there to get $800 bottle of scotch for some
Thanksgiving.
It is, and eagle-eyed employees, because they have to be. Right. They got another customer base.
Any liquor store you have to be.
Right. Have you ever been to Disney World, Dr. Rob?
I have.
You know how when you walk up to Disney World that first time, they will come and get you, and they'll go, hey, it's your first time here. You go, how did you know that? And they say, the wonderment in your eyes. We could tell. That's what Central City Liquors is like that. You walk in the first time and they go,
the wonderment in your eyes.
First time here, huh? Yeah. And that's Central City Liquors. It is the downtown's version of Disney World.
All right. There you go.
Good way to look at it. All right, Dr. Rob, enjoy the game today. Will I see you tomorrow or Sunday?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right.
I may punish you and make you wait if Iowa wins again, which I hate to say. I mean,
you said 31-17 last week. You said 31-17.
Yeah, on our podcast, I predicted Iowa's going to win. I think they are a better version of what Penn State is right now, and Penn State whooped us. So I think Penn State athletically is maybe better than Iowa, but Iowa's a better football team.
I like what you're saying.
They play as a better team than what Penn State's playing right now. It's a better brand of football. So that worries me. And I think they've got a really you can love him or hate Kirk Ferentz. And I think there's Iowa fans that love and hate him. There's Nebraska fans that love and hate him. Mm-hmm. He's a very good coach, and there's a reason Iowa's won 9 out of the last 10 against us. So there you go.
Thanks for coming on, Dr. Rob. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys have a great rest of the morning.
Dr. Rob Zadiska joining us, former Husker, former Big 8 Athlete of the Year, former New York Giant, now an anesthesiologist. So if you ever need to get knocked out, he's the guy to do it. When we come back, Tyler Kluver joins us. We got the Husker perspective. We'll get the Hawkeye perspective. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive. For the holidays, bring real taste to the table with Gold Peak Real Brewed Tea. Made with real tea leaves and real cane sugar, Gold Peak delivers a golden, brewed for taste flavor that makes every moment more meaningful. Whether you're gathering with family or friends, celebrate the moments that matter the most, because real connections deserve real refreshment. For your upcoming holiday celebrations, choose Gold Peak Tea and bring real taste to the table.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vents, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
Thankful? More like tankful of gas in your new Nissan SUV. This November, we're giving thanks for you. At Willis Nissan, we're celebrating 0% financing and special model year closeout savings on our most popular Nissans. If you've been getting hungry for a new Pathfinder or Murano, there's never been a better time to scoop one onto your plate. So sit around our table or visit us online at willisnissan.com.
After Hawkeye football games this fall, Travis and Ross are right where they belong, with you taking your calls and giving unfiltered feedback. Right after Hawkeye football games, it's the Black and Gold Rush on the RushRadio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Hey, it's Noel from Fiskus Jewelers. This holiday season, give the gift of sparkle that lasts a lifetime. From our latest designs to timeless favorites, there's something for everyone on your list. Already have a Fiskus diamond? Bring it in and trade up with our 100% trade up program. It's the perfect way to shine a little brighter this year. And if you're dreaming up something custom, get your design started by December 1st for Christmas delivery. Let's make this season magical together. Fiskus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
The largest selection of German beer in the world? You'll find it at the Hessen House. From Doppelbocks to Oktoberfest to Hefeweizens and Dunkels. There's no passport needed for the deliciously different beer and food at the Hessen House. So grab your friends and make it a fun night out. The Hessen House, 4th and Court, Des Moines.
You know, Brian, at Central City, we really do have the best selection around.
I know, high quality stuff you can't find anywhere else.
Whistle Pig, Plantation Rum.
Yeah, and over 150 of the best scotches on earth.
And a ton of bitters, mixers, and more.
You know what we are? High class.
Definitely high class, yeah. Make way for the natty.
Okay, maybe medium class.
Central City Liquor is home of the 10% cash coupon.
And the Wooden Nickel program.
Hi, I'm Sean, Service Manager here at Mini of Des Moines. The holiday season is just around the corner, and now's a great time for you to make sure your Mini is ready for any holiday plans you have. Visit us now to take advantage of our $100 mail-in rebate on the purchase of 4 select tires. Visit us online or give us a call to schedule your appointment.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Coming up right after the Iowa Hawkeye football game today will be the Black and Gold Rush. Just listen at therushradio.com, Rush Radio Android app or the TuneIn app, or we will be live on YouTube as well. The Black and Gold Rush right after the Hawkeye game today. And I do want to remind everybody that we started the Iowa Lottery Weekly Woo-Hoo in the 6 o'clock hour. If you still have a woo-hoo, you can call it 515-517-2303. This week's prize pack includes a scratch match and win ticket and a lineup of holiday-themed scratch tickets. Prize pack valued at $90. So you could win up to $200 or up to $50,000 on this. So make sure if you got a weekly woo-hoo, go ahead and call right now. But we've had the Nebraska perspective. Now we get the Iowa perspective. Where's your studio, Tyler Kluver?
It's in a hotel room or something.
Are you in a hotel room?
Yes, I am.
Where are you at?
I'm doing it the other way today. Usually you would go to Nebraska from Iowa. I'm gonna go the other way. I was in Nebraska for a Thanksgiving yesterday. We stayed the night, so I'm in a hotel. I'm not even sure what hotel we're in.
What city are you in?
We're in Omaha.
What? You don't call me?
I'm actually headed over to Omaha as soon as we're done here, Tyler. So we'll just we'll high five as we pass over there on I-80.
Did some we swam in the pool last night. The 3-year-old liked that, and then
So are you in the hotel room with the family right now?
We're in a connected room with my in-laws, so they're in the other room right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is your wife from Omaha?
All of her family. Beatrice, Wood River.
Home of Scott Frost, Wood River.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. I did not know that. So are you downtown? Or are you on the west side of town? I'm trying to guess what hotel you're in.
We're on Dodge Street.
That narrows it down. Dodge goes, it's Highway 6. Goes.
I know, it goes through the whole thing. I don't know. Yeah. We're on the northern east side. I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
When you're there with the family, are they all Cornhusker fans then? I mean, that most people that I know from Nebraska are big Cornhusker fans.
Yeah.
So what if you had to gauge their confidence going into today's game? I mean,
low.
I'm feeling that same thing. We just got that from Dr. Rob.
Yeah, I caught the end of Rob there. He's he knows what he's doing. He's playing it up. Yeah, there's not a lot of confidence though. There's just not a lot of we had our pregame podcast with Jeremiah Searles that's out, former Cornhusker from 2009 to 2012, I think.
Pretty darn good player too.
Yeah.
Yeah, real good. Spent 7-ish years in the NFL with the Bills and the Vikings. And he's in the media space now. He comes on and helps us preview every year. And he on the show he held strong. I think Nebraska's going to get him. They got to play great, but I think they can get him. And then we got off the show, and he goes, "I think you guys are going to rout us by 30." And I was like, "Wow." So I don't know. It's hard to gauge this game. I'm not sure where the line is today as of Friday morning, but at one point it was up
5.5.
It was up to 6.5 on Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw that.
It just feels like the way this game has gone the last few years, it's going to come down to that same thing again, but I don't know.
Hey, before we continue the conversation, because I did ask for him, we do got a weekly woohoo call coming in.
Yeah, go for it.
Ryan, you're on with Tyler Kluver, right? Or Ross Peterson and me. What's up?
Yeah, you're on with Tyler.
Yeah, you're
What's
on,
up, guys?
Tyler.
What's up, Ross?
What's up, Ryan?
What's up, Ross? We're just sitting here feeding Lainey here as we brought her home last night.
Oh, congratulations, the
Oh,
baby.
yeah, congratulations, buddy.
Yeah. So, wife and I are just laying here listening to you live for the first time. You guys sound weird when you're not in 3.5 after speed. Not gonna
So
lie.
this is Ryan. Remember I said to you the other day, my buddy Ryan had a new baby. Well, his wife had the baby. Ryan was there.
Yeah. I did the hard part, lay on the really uncomfortable couch in the hospital for
that couch
2 days
does
or whatever.
suck.
But
how is it possible that those couches are that uncomfortable when they know they have to be used in a trying time of your life?
Yeah,
guys go through a lot too.
The
I almost passed out.
Ross, you know how diehard of a Cyclone fan I am, and how diehard of a Vegas fan I am. So we were supposed to be in Vegas this week, and that's part of the weekly woohoo was going 3-0, obviously out in Vegas. But I had to watch the phone from the hospital room with no sound because the only sound comes through that stupid remote on the bed.
Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah.
See, when Lainey hears the story of her birth and her mom has to say, she says, "Mom, how many hours you were in labor with me?" Ryan can step in and go, "No. Let me tell you what this was really like."
Yeah, you were in labor from the start of the game till almost through the end of the game.
That's a fast labor, though, man. That's 2 hours. I'll take that.
Let me tell you about the game Joshua Jefferson had while you were in labor.
I love it. That's exactly how that's going to go.
All right, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately with me, that's pretty accurate.
Hey, congratulations on the baby, and that is a good woohoo, and we appreciate it, man. Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. You too.
Adding a little baby to the tribe, man. That's awesome. Best news
when we
ever.
had our newborn, little Brooksy here over in the other room, I almost passed out. I had to lay down on that couch. Nurse had to get me a little peanut butter toast.
Why did you pass out?
I don't like needles, man. And that epidural, I was watching it, and then they give you the rundown like, hey, every 1 in 100,000 could kill them, right?
Seriously?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
They got to tell you like all the, it's not going to happen, but they're like, there's a 1 in 100,000 chance that this could kill your wife.
So
it's not going to happen until it does.
So Dr. Rob is an anesthesiologist. He does the epidurals all the time. Ask him why he's an anesthesiologist. He'll go,
because they make great money.
But he'll go, it's the God complex. It's the thing of keeping you alive.
And it's like, so I'm watching that, and it was not going well when it was being put in this second time around. And
can I ask you, because Tyler's asking this same question. Why did you watch it?
It's like a train wreck, man. You can't look away. So I'm watching. All of a sudden, and I'm standing, I was like out of the way trying to, like your buddy Ryan just said, like, yeah, she's doing the work. And all of a sudden the room starts to get it's a little tunnely, and I'm getting a little hot.
Tyler, I got to tell you, no judgment, dude. No judgment. I've almost passed out in a room that I wasn't the patient.
Yeah. And so the nurse looks at me and goes, "You okay?" And I'm like, I think
they know. They can see it.
Yeah, they've seen it before. They're like, yeah, this isn't the first time we've seen this. You need to sit down. We're going to get you some orange juice.
Yeah, you're ghostly white and starting to waver.
It wasn't good.
I mean, you've had to have needles. I mean, you go through 4 years of playing college football, and you never had any needles?
I don't think I might have got one flu shot when I was in college, and that was it. I didn't have any surgeries. I didn't have any.
Damn.
Wow.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I like again. These are my favorite types of birthing stories. When a guy can go, let me tell you about the pain of almost passing out.
Yeah. So my wife is, she holds that over me now. She's like, there's a story with our first one too, where funny enough, I did pass out the day before that one. So, yeah, all good times.
So you mentioned Jeremiah Searle gave you his real story. I give us your real story. I mean, do you think it's going to be close? Do you think it's going to be a blowout?
I think there's a chance. You look back through the last 10 years, and there are a couple. There's a couple of those games that did get away from Nebraska. I do think this is one of those that could. We made a good point on the show that I think if Nebraska had it their way, Iowa ascended this whole year, every single game almost until the second half of the USC game. Every game was one where you looked at it and you're like, they got better again. They did something better again today. And then Michigan State, they took a step back. That was rough. And I think Nebraska probably wanted. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I love it.
I think Nebraska probably wanted that game. They wanted to catch Iowa like Michigan State did. And usually teams don't do that 2 times in a row. And so that's tough because Searles was like, we would have loved you last week. That would have been the one to catch you on. But I think it's going to be really tough. Nebraska gives up 180 rush yards a game.
Like this, you have a beard.
Yeah, the Huskers suck, don't they? Go with Mom.
Tyler, did you ever have a Sophie? Do you know what a Sophie is? The little giraffe?
No.
Okay, all right. We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
180 yards a game. It's going to be, and Iowa's got a finalist for the Joe Moore Award offensive line. They're supposed to be feeling better this week health-wise. If Iowa establishes the run, it's going to be tough because then it does open up what little Iowa can do in the passing game. And I know Nebraska has a pretty good pass defense, but if Nebraska's having to come down and stack the box because they can't stop the run, and now you've got, you have Reese Vanderzee and Jacob Gill who made plays like they did last week, and not to mention Mark Gronowski just adds a whole other element to the run game. It's the space issue for Nebraska's defense is going to probably be an issue here. I don't love that TJ Hall is out because Nebraska has some weapons at receiver, but the defense in general is probably going to be solid enough to handle, TJ Lateef and whatever he's got in game 3,
Well, I mean, and Emmett Johnson's the one you're gonna have to stop, right? I mean, he's a pretty darn good running back. I'm not gonna poo-poo.
He's really good.
Johnson.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. So, to me, I just come to expect 7 to 3-point games in this series, right? It's just what you come to expect. Yeah.
I come to expect a 7-3 game at the end, like, literally.
It could be windy. As a long snapper, and you're snapping it back to your punter, and it's going to be windy. And I talked about this earlier. They have an Australian style kicker where he's not kicking spirals, and some people have told me that he may only kick the ball 15, 20 yards. I mean, as a long snapper, I mean, do you and your punter, do you and your kickers communicate when it comes to wind, or you go, hey, I'm snapping it to you, man. You better get it off.
There were a couple of those times. There's definitely communication. You're always talking with your guy, hey, down to like the nerdy details, like, hey, it's blowing to that corner over there. It's probably going to push it a half yard. I'm going to aim here. Here's how I feel. Like it's almost like a sniper and his whatever they call the watchman with the binoculars, right?
Yeah.
So that takes me back, actually. That was like the fun stuff. It's like trying to play the environment. I always thought as long as it wasn't like a downpour, I always would have preferred like a little bit of moisture rather than wind. I didn't like wind at all. Played in 2 games that were like in a 15-yard span. That ball would move 5 or 6 yards laterally.
Wow!
If you snapped it straight. So Maryland in 2014, and then Illinois in 2016. you're like leading the target. It's you're like you're trying to throw it against the wind.
I would have never thought you're actually surprising me because I would have thought you're so low. You know, you've got the stands around you. It still affects it.
It affects it.
Really?
It's bad. Yeah, it can get bad. So, you know, maybe a half-yard step up on the punter. There's a few things you can do as a long snapper. You keep the lead nose down, so the side of the ball that comes out and is, you know, that sees the punter first. You keep that nose down because if nose comes up, it catches wind. You keep it a little lower, just the ball in general. So you're probably taking that aiming point down from the bottom of the stomach to probably the mid thigh, because again, you're trying to keep it as low to the ground as possible.
If I were long snapping, I'd hope to get it there. That'd be my.
Well, yeah. So I'm smiling because we don't need any more long snapper issues. We've had enough of those this year. So I really hope that that's not an issue today.
We asked Dr. Rob this too. What if you who is the best returner you ever went up against?
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, duh. Did you guys go into that game with a game plan of, hey, we're not going to kick the ball to him?
Yeah, here was our game plan. We sat in the meeting room and we burned some incense, and we couldn't find any hallucinative drugs.
There were no live chickens to sacrifice, so we had to make
do. we were praying to every god that day that he wouldn't do to us what he did to us, and he still did it. So yeah, I mean,
okay,
he was.
That answers the question.
He was different. I'd still be. God, I'd rather probably. I think I'd rather probably try and tackle Weechin than Christian McCaffrey.
I can't blame you for that. What do you think happens? If you had a prediction today based on those experiences, what's Nebraska's game plan with Caden Weechin?
Oh God, they have to. If I was I would look at the Oregon game and use that if I was ever going up against a returner like Caden. They did a really good job, and they got a lot of help from the weather too. It really helped them. But what they do is with a spread style punt nowadays, that punter can kind of just hold on to it. Occasionally you'll see them kind of check the defense, like, hey, if everybody bails out here, I might just take this thing. They have the ability to hold that thing, which essentially it cuts down so greatly on the amount of time the returner has to make a decision, or to the point where if they decide to kick it and it's the right bounce, especially with an Aussie kicker, you can roll that thing down there and your coverage team is sitting in the guy's lap before the ball even arrives. Yeah. So I would try and get finicky with it. Now, the problem is if you miss hit one of those and the defense does get some hands on, once that ball hits the ground, it becomes a little bit more predictable. Once Caden can catch that off the bounce, and it gets real dangerous if it goes wrong. So you're playing a high risk, high reward game there. Sure. If I'm kicking to Caden Weechin, I don't know. I hope nobody listens to this. Mike Eckler hopefully isn't tuning into the show.
No, he doesn't.
Get out of bounds. Yeah. Why would you ever put the ball in this kid's hands? But for our sake, I hope they do, because. Yeah. He could fair catch the next two games, this and the bowl game, and sail off into the sunset with the all-time return average in the Big Ten. And
in the Big Ten,
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a record that's been held since like 1942 or something.
Wow.
16 yards average per return. Weechin's got like 17.5 right now. Wow. He's probably going to get it anyway, regardless. And you could just sail off and do that. And the best part is like Weechin right now. Let's see. They just had breakfast. He woke up and he's like, I'm taking another one to the house today.
Yeah.
I don't care how close they are. I'm returning every ball. And that's why he's in that position, because he's a psycho. He's got no fear.
We've said that about return guys. You need a psycho. If you're not a psycho, you're not a return guy.
Yeah, that kid doesn't feel anything. It's going to be great to watch.
Are you going to be back in town to watch it, or are you going to watch it in Omaha?
I will watch it. Let's see. What time is it? I'll be back in town to watch it, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll be in Omaha.
Right. Yeah,
we're just going to switch places, Ross.
That's right. Right. Leave the hotel room key for me.
I can set up another microphone. You could just do it right here in the studio with me.
Yeah, just keep your family in Omaha for an entire day.
Take your kids to the zoo. It's the world's greatest zoo.
We went last summer. I think after last night's sleep, we need to be home. We need to be home right now.
Good for you.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Hey,
Tyler,
happy
love having
Thanksgiving.
you on, buddy.
Thanks for
Happy
taking
Thanksgiving.
time. We'll be in touch.
I appreciate it. I really appreciated the conversation on nuts to open up the show as well.
Oh boy, you got up early. You got up early.
Wasn't down. Never went down. Really.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Exactly.
Now, are you the type that goes down and uses the hotel gym to get your workout in?
So there's only so many buttons that I can push. One of them being that I'm doing a radio show this morning. And I wasn't also going to say, hey, I'm going to hit the radio show for 25 minutes, and then I'm also going to go get 45 in the gym.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
Good
So
for you.
my workout today was just lifting the cinnamon roll to my face.
Oh.
So.
That's why he's been eating a cinnamon roll. All right, Tyler. Thanks,
All
buddy.
right, buddy. We'll see you
travel
later.
safe. Talk to you in a
I had the
minute.
protein yogurt, too. So don't worry.
Nice.
We figured there had to be something.
All
Thanks, boys.
See you, buddy. Tyler Kluver
Those
joining us on the Rush
those
Radio
muscles
Show.
don't swell themselves. Got to get the protein and.
You know, I feel special though because he did us instead of the workout, right? I mean,
Yeah, you can only press one button.
and he chose us.
He's gonna get a workout in. I mean,
because he woke everybody up. The daughter got up. He could have gone just downstairs in a gym. But here's what I think.
did you see the side eye thing too when he was like, I could only press one button, and he like looked over like, oh, she's on.
What
the
he
verge
really
of
didn't want to
leaving
say
my
is
house.
they don't have the equipment I want to use down in the hotel gym.
I mean, the reason I don't work out in the hotel gym is because I don't have enough weight.
The reason I don't work out in the hotel gym is because I don't work out.
Yeah,
Period. Period.
And I've always heard horrible things about pulling muscles, so I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting muscles for them to be pulling.
I don't think purposely we've ignored Iowa State all week long because they're at Oklahoma State. And I think that's why we've ignored it. I mean, Oklahoma State's a bad football team. They're 1-10. They're winless in the Big 12. Iowa State closes the season there tomorrow. I didn't mean to ignore Iowa State, but I mean, what do you talk about a 7-win team going into a really bad football team that just can't wait for its next coach to arrive, right? I mean, it's just like, all right, you're going to win this game. I don't worry about Iowa State at all.
I mean, listen, you got another Division I football team that's going to show up and want to win also. So it could be going to be a tough one. You're right there. Okay.
I think it's going to be a blowout. I bet they win by 28.
Hope that's the case. Hope it a nice, easy weekend for the Cyclone fans. That'd be nice.
Oh, we got a call coming in, so I'll have to wait for that. But, who is that? I think I know that number. Maybe I don't. Anyway, it is. All right. Oh, because we got a person going on his way to the Nebraska-Iowa game right now. They're en route to Lincoln.
All right.
Let's bring in Owen. Owen is on his way to Lincoln.
You're like, I know that number.
Hey.
What's up, Owen?
I just wanted to give a quick call in. We're about to get on I-80 here, heading to Lincoln, with Spencer, the Nebraska fan, and Lizzie and I here decked out in our Iowa gear. So
Good for you.
Go Hawkeyes today.
Is traffic bad yet?
No, it doesn't look bad yet.
Okay. Did you guys dress warm?
Yeah, we dressed warm. Luckily, I mean, last year was the cold one, right?
Yeah.
In Iowa City.
Dude, I stood through one a couple years
ago.
ago. That was probably the coldest I've ever been in Kinnick Stadium. Brutal.
Yeah. So today's not going to be too bad.
So, and any suggestions for when Ross comes over to do the show today? Anything I need to do? I see you got the
actually, I'm gonna right after the show. I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
Because I wanted to get it all set up yesterday, but I was getting rushed out the door.
Well, you got the headphone jack set up for him, I see.
Yes, I did get that done. But I'll give you a call, and we'll try and get this happening in smooth as way as possible.
He tells me all I need to bring is my camera.
Bring it.
Okay, and my camera hooks up with I think HDMI, but maybe
you're gonna have to bring your laptop too, because we're gonna have to run your. So bring your
unbelievable! Now all of a sudden I have to bring my laptop too.
He doesn't have to bring his laptop or his camera, but I mean it's good to have redundancy.
Yeah, we need redundancy, and he may not have a long enough cord to get where you want to go. So all right, we'll get it. All right, buddy.
All right.
Be
Good luck,
safe.
bud.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Bye.
Other rivalry games this weekend, Ross. You got Ole Miss and Mississippi State. That's going to be at 11. We're all going to be waiting to see what Lane Kiffin does afterwards. You got Ohio State, Michigan tomorrow, Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M. I mean, this is a huge college football weekend. So when you get over here, we'll just be like watching football.
Engrossed in it. I'm with it.
Yes.
I'm with it. That sounds good, man. Yeah, looking forward to getting over there.
All right. Well, fun week, fast week. Hawkeyes start at 11 o'clock. Don't forget the Black and Gold Rush from the Iowa Lottery Studios. Ross and I in the same studio together. First time all year. That'll be fun. Thanks for listening this week. I'm glad you guys had a great week. I'm glad everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Again, we're right after the game. Black and Gold Rush at therushradio.com and on YouTube. We will talk to everybody later this afternoon. Bye-bye.
I'm loving these wooden nickels, Brian.
Yeah, I suppose everyone is catching on.
Just spend $20 to get a wooden nickel.
It's 25.
Collect 10 and add up the savings on your next purchase.
Some of these are worth $5. That could be huge.
I know, right? That's why you have to spend $20.
It's 25.
Collect 10. It's like money back to you.
Spend 20, you get another wooden nickel.
It's 25.
Collect 10 and add up the savings. It's huge.
Central City Liquors, home of the 10% cash coupon.
And the wooden nickel program.
It's huge.
November's here, and that means Thanksgiving's right around the corner. And here at Willis, we are thankful for you, our guests, for entrusting us with your vehicle and service needs. The holiday season means travel, and that means extra miles on your car that can cause wear and tear. Save that for your pants after all that turkey. And while we can't fix your slacks, we can make sure your car's in tip-top shape. So come on down to Willis for 10% off an oil change. Give us a call or schedule online at LandRoverDesMoines.com.
Tis the season to share great taste. Grab a refreshing Coca-Cola and make every moment a celebration. Locally made, nationally loved, Coca-Cola is the real deal when it comes to holiday cheer. Whether you're kicking back after the game or hosting the crew, nothing hits like that crisp, fizzy taste. Make this season yours. Grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola today.
After Hawkeye football games this fall, Travis and Ross are right where they belong, with you taking your calls and giving unfiltered feedback. Right after Hawkeye football games, it's the Black and Gold Rush on therushradio.com, the TuneIn app, and on YouTube.
Missing a quality home-cooked meal? You know, the kind Mom used to make? Lucky for you, we found her recipe book. Welcome to the High Life. Welcome to the Champagne of Bars.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Back to the Rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.